This is a Presto pressure cooker. I'm not going to give you a tutorial on how to use it, but I am just gonna show you what I do to can the beef broth. So right now I'm just going to put my burner on high, add 3 quarts of water to the pressure cooker / canner. There's little lines inside the pressure canner. It tells you where 3 quarts is. Put a splash of vinegar in your water. This helps in case if you have hard water, it won't stain your pot or your mason jars. So we're going to let this heat up. I'm just going to heat up my mason jars. Put some water in your mason jars so they don't float away on you. Warm mason jars because my soup's warm. You don't want to shock your jars or have them risk cracking on you. Please research canning. I am not teaching you how to do anything. I'm just showing you. But I do break out the Presto book every time I do can. And I'm always reading the instructions over and over and over again. Even though I've canned many of times, I'm still breaking out that book. So as I go, technically you should have everything out as you're going. But I don't work that way. Here's the little jiggler guy. As that's heating up, I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar in a bowl to wipe my rims. A ball pressure canner book says to process 25 minutes for quarts, 20 minutes for pints. But I have a mixture of both, so we're going to go with the longest time for the larger jar, which is 25 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. Okay, I'm going to start jarring up my stock. I'm going to fill this up until it's 1 inch head space. By that, it's to that first rim. That's about right. Let's get the other one. Inch headspace. I'm going to take a paper towel with some vinegar on it. Make sure that it's nice and clean. Take your time with this, don't rush. You want to make sure it's really clean. Reason for making sure it's clean is so your lids do a nice seal. This is a little magnet tool. These are your ball lids. You do not have to, according to ball, warm them anymore. So I don't. I follow the directions that are on the box. This is a new Sure-Tight lid. Again, they just wash, very hot water, soap and water. Put your rings on, finger tight. Again, finger tight. Put it right back in your pan. Normally you would take your debubbler and debubble, but it's liquid. I have not had a problem with anything. So just continue filling up. I'll show you a little pint jar. In here I have 4 quarts and 3 pints, and we're going to process this for the longest time for the quarts, and that is 25 minutes at 10 pounds per pressure in my area. Please check your area, your times, your weight. For the Presto, we want to line up the arrows. Get an arrow here, and you have an arrow on your handle. Turn until it locks. Stop. This is a glass top stove. This is a 16 quart Presto. It is safe to use on there. Just don't slide it around, jiggle it around. You'll be fine. Turn your burner up to high. Once you lock your lid, your lock is down. You're not under pressure yet. And you're going to wait until you start seeing steam come from the vent pipe. You're going to see little spews of water come out of this little plug here. Don't mind that. Water is going to come out of here. Don't mind that. I usually have a towel on my shoulder and I'll be blotting that away. This is going to take time to come up to pressure. Don't expect it to come up in 5 minutes. It's not going to happen. A lot of people just get impatient and they think they're doing it wrong. I thought I was doing it wrong when I first started. So what you want to do, I have timers all over the place. I got my cell phone, microwave, stove sometimes going. This is going to happen. Just let it do its thing. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm starting to see a little bit of steam coming out of the vent pipe. It's not a steady stream yet, so I'm not going to set my timer. Once I feel that that's a good steady stream, then I'll set my timer for 10 minutes. You want to vent the steam out for 10 minutes. It takes all the air out of the pressure cooker, out of your jars. Don't be afraid of using a pressure cooker or a pressure canner. There's the safety features on these are supposed to be really good, and they say you're not going to blow yourself up. Oh, I didn't show you on camera, but before I put the lid on, I did blow through the vent hole to make sure that it was clear. I blew through it, air went through, I looked through it, saw daylight. Make sure that is clear. Check your lock, push it a couple times, make sure it's free moving. Once you lock this lid on, you really don't want to take it off because it just takes so long to heat up. And once this lock comes up, you're done. You have to wait until the pressure comes out and that releases. As long as you read your book, your owner's manual, and you just take your time, you should be good. You really can't mess this up. I mean, I want to show you that it's something that anybody can do. You don't have to be a professional canner. You don't have to be an old lady who's been doing it for years and years and years. I'm not old, I'm not young, but it's something that I got into where I like doing it. You can stock your pantry up really cheap, and if the crap really hit the fan, you have food in your pantry. As long as you have a propane stove or a campfire, you can have food. I've canned chicken so far. I've canned meat chili, marinara sauce with hamburger in it. Or ground beef, as some people say. Yeah, it's fun. See what I mean? How this is taking a long time. I don't know if you see the clock in the background. It's 6:02. I didn't check the time when I first mentioned that this was just starting to get steam out of it. So that looks to be, to me, a good start and good steady stream. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And once 10 minutes is up, we can put the 10-pound jiggler on. So this has been venting now for just about 4 minutes. And as you can see, the steam is coming out of the lock. Whoop. We had some steam issues going on, fogging up the camera. Let's see if we can go over here. Okay, so the lock just popped up. That means we do have pressure, and we still have about 3 minutes 50 seconds to go before the 10-minute venting. So about 3.5 more minutes, we're going to let this go, and then after that, Mr. Jiggle goes on. Also, when Mr. Jiggle goes on the vent, You do not want to touch it. You don't want to take it off to release any steam. Just leave it on once it's on. It's going to take a while, about five or so minutes before it even starts to start rocking. And on this specific canner in the book, it says to go at a gentle rocking motion. Sometimes they make scary noises. And it makes you want to step back a few feet, but it's safe. Really it is. Okay, so our timer's done for the 10-minute vent. Now put your 10-pound weight on. And now you wait until it starts doing a nice little gentle rocking motion. Not yet. Still waiting. It's close. It's going to start rocking very shortly. There it goes. It's starting to. So once that starts rocking, on my stove, I have to turn the heat down. Right now I'm at that high temperature on my large burner. So now we're rocking. I'm going to set my timer now for 25 minutes also. Don't forget to set your timer. I've done it before. I forgot. It's not going to hurt anything. Overpressuring isn't going to hurt anything. Alright, so now that's a good steady rock. So now I'm going to turn my burner down to, on my stove, in between 3 and 4. Sometimes I go lower. I'm still playing with my dial to try to get that perfect gentle rock. There's all kinds of debates on this rocker. Some say 1 to 3 jiggles per minute, but the book doesn't say that. So I go by the book in this case, and it just says a slow, gentle rock. That's not a slow, gentle rock yet. My burner's still coming down. But I still set the timer once that starts jiggling. Alright, I'm happy with that jiggle. I'm going to leave it at that setting. Like I said, on my stove, it's set between 3 and 4 on the large burner setting. Your stove may vary. Just watch it for a while and see what happens. Just make sure you have a steady, slow, gentle rock. Okay, so we're done. Turned off the heat. Now I'm just going to gently lift this up and move it over here. Now let this come down to pressure on its own. Do not take off your jiggler. Do not open your lid. Just let it cool. It's going to take about 30 minutes to maybe 45 minutes before that lock will release. And see you back then. Alright, so pressure cooker's done. Lock's down. Take your knobby off. Open your lid. Tilt it away from you. There's your jars. So it's been 24 hours. I took the rings off this one. This one's sealed. See how I'm lifting up on the lid? It's not coming off. That one's a good seal. This ring came off. We have a good seal. It's a sure tight lid. Good seal. Pantry. Let's take the ring off. This is an older ball lid. We have a good seal. Another one, an older ball lid. Good seal. Another older ball lid. We have a good seal. Older ball lid. Good seal. This one, however, it did not ping. I pushed the button down earlier. So I'm not going to put this on the pantry even though the lid is on. I'm not comfortable with it. I'm going to reprocess it. It is one of the newer Sure-Tight lids. Why it didn't ping down, I don't know. It is, see how it's not a tight seal? We will reprocess that. This is the issue that people are having with the new Sure-Tight seals. I followed the directions like Ball says, but we did have a lid failure. So when that happens, just reprocess your contents. I'm going to wind up making French onion soup with this one. I'm just going to throw it right back in the pan, bring it back up to a boil. Things will happen like that. Just, if they do, chalk it up as a learning experience and just recan. Have fun. Thank you.